Here's a quick tip just for classical guitar or flamenco guitar players. If you're restringing your guitar, I perform probably 4 or 5 times a week lately, so I don't really have that time to let the strings adjust. If any of you know, when you restring a guitar like this, it takes sometimes about a week for it to really lock into place with these nylon strings and everything. So a little trick is just do one string at a time. So I use the Diodario hard tension. This is by Cordoba. This is the main one. The GK Pro that has 2 different pickups. It has the bridge pickup, and it's got the microphone in there. Fishman pickup system. It's amazing. It's all you really need for when you're plugging in. I've taken it on tour with 98 Degrees and other artists, playing big stages to small amp kind of setups and stuff like that. But anyway, I use a little bit of this lubricant. It's Big Ben's. Put a little bit of that. Just always do it on all my, mainly for electric guitar and all that, but I just do it on here anyway. And just do one string at a time. Put one on, get it up to pitch. Put the next one on, get it up to pitch. Just don't take them all off at once, because what happens when you take all the tension off the neck, then you have to wait, every day. These are still going to stretch, take a few days to really lock into place, but everything just stays in tune a lot better. Of course, sometimes you do have to take all the strings off if you're going to oil up the fretboard a little bit. And then, of course, polishing up the frets and all that. But, I play so much on this thing that there's plenty of oil on it, and the frets look good. So anyway, just a little tip. I'll do a little follow-up at the end. I figured I'd just show at least a string or so since I got it out, and just what I do with the lubricant and everything. So get a little bit of that. Pretty much get it right in here. Lube up the slot. There and there. There and there, just in case, any movement, mainly for electric guitar when you're bending and stuff like that, it really does help. Just keep it kind of greased. And then you just kind of go in here, which is how I do it. Trying to hold the phone and do it at the same time. Gonna go up, under, over, and then follow through that way. Then just coming up here, just gonna go through straight down and make a knot and then come up. I'll show you in a second. Okay, so I just went straight down, under, just made a little knot, came through on top, and that's just how I do it. Down here, in, under, over, follow through that way, and then I'll cut it to the length of the next one. I'll clip all those like that. Yeah, just to give you an idea, there's a lot of videos, probably more thorough how to do it, but just by doing one at a time, the strings stay in tune. I'll already tune this one up to pitch. So those are still in tune. Just do one at a time so the guitar doesn't lose the tension and everything. And it'll pretty much stay in tune, immediately, really. Stretch the strings a bit. But yeah, if many of you have done this before, when you take all the strings off, it takes about a good week or so before they're really kind of locked into place, where you don't have to tune after each song, stuff like that, So anyway, I'll play a little bit at the end. All right, it's the next day, and this guitar stayed perfectly in tune just by taking one string off, putting one on, getting it back up to tension, go to the next string. So I'm just going through this little Fishman battery amp here. It's called the Loudbox Mini Charge. I did a video of this a while back, but mainly just wanted to show that technique of pretty much, instead of taking all the strings off or even a few at a time, just take one off at a time. The guitar doesn't really even know that the tension's been removed. All the other strings will stay in tune that way. When you take it off, put one on, get it up to pitch, and then, a lot of you will know if you do have, you change nylon strings a lot, that it can take a few days, even with stretching and all that, for at least these 3 strings to get, close to pitch and all that. So you'd be constantly tuning after every song or anything if you were performing live or anything. You can hear that great digital reverb that this has. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think.